Namaste, my appeal to the Prime Minister of this country. Mr. Prime Minister, I was remembering my younger days when I saw you in those various outfits in your foreign trip. Look at the foreign ministers, the Prime Minister of Sweden, she was so simple. You have to learn a lot from them. You say that you are from a poor family, you are a poor man's son, but you don't behave like one. It was very gaudy to watch you in all those different outfits. I'm not jealous about you, but then it is not becoming for the situation the world is facing today. The world is in an economic crisis. Our country is also heading towards it. Let us not put a drama. Let us not close our eyes and tell the people, oh, everything is hanky-dory. No, it is not so. We are all going to face the same situation that is happening in Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Things are really bad. Many people are losing their jobs. Many small traders are committing suicide with their families because they are not able to pay back the banks the loans. Banks are not there to help the needy people. Banks are only ready to give loans to the big corporate groups, which we have been repeatedly telling. There is no relief. The relief doesn't reach the people on time. This country will also hit the ground. We are just in a world where we are thinking everything is fine. It is not so. Mr. Prime Minister, you are misleading the people of this country. There was no need for you to dress up like that. There was no need for those Indians there to be, the Indian diaspora, the way they are behaving. Shouting, shouting, shouting. We Indians here, we know what we are suffering here. The inflation, the food inflation, jobless markets. People are jobless. And even if they have a job, many companies are not able to pay the salaries. So if this is the situation, you don't close your eyes. By closing your eyes, you're thinking that everything is fine. Your ministers are misleading the people. You people are hand in gloves with all the corrupt politicians. All you politicians are corrupt, irrespective of whichever party may it be, whether opposition or in the ruling. The state governments are looting, the central government is looting. Finally, who is suffering? The common man is suffering with high inflationary prices. All the commodities are so expensive. Many people are not able to afford these food items. And you are saying you are going and helping the neighbor. First, let us save the people who are here. We in India, there are many who are jobless, who don't have a food, one day's meal, proper meal. But you politicians are all busy with your power politics. I don't understand if the police are there for the welfare of the common man or for the protection and security of only the politicians and political crooks. Every political crook has got one police security. I don't understand for what. If you people don't have the guts to face the people, to come into public life, you're so scared about your lives. Satyam. You don't have to come. Nobody begged you all to come into politics. I'm a single lady. I live alone. I'm not scared because death is definitely imminent. Death is going to come for every person on this earth. But we don't realize that, but we are living in an illusory world. Mr. Prime Minister, I don't understand many of your party members. Everybody has a Z or a Y or a Z or a O or some security. I don't know for what. From the smallest member to the highest member, they have a security. Are these police for the public safety or for y'all? If you are so scared of your life, why do you come to public life? Why do you hinder the life of the common man? Most of your members in your party are all corrupt. There is no discipline, especially in Tamil Nadu. And your party president talks in Tamil Nadu, he talks nonsense. I don't understand for what. He is full of arrogance. He has another vice security. I don't know for what. A police officer asking for vice security. If he doesn't have the guts, shameless. They're all girlish people. Even we women are more brave than you so-called great politicians and police officers coming into politics. Police officers coming into politics are all the corrupt officers who come to politics. Anybody who's corrupt gets into a party like all of you. It's Congress. You take Congress members who are corrupt, and then when they come to your party, they become good. Mr. Prime Minister, this is not an occasion for you to be dressing like a, what you call Goldilocks, or that any other of those film stars who dress up. That dressing doesn't suit you, Mr. Prime Minister, for what you talk. You might think why I'm stressing on that, because the situation in the world is so bad, gloomy. People are suffering without jobs. The economy is in a mess. You have messed up our Indian economy with your great finance minister. But she doesn't want to accept. The banks are in a mess. You're trying to sell all the public sector units and trying to make some money on it. That is not going to help you all. Your LIC IPO is again another Joomla. You are only there to help the Adanis and Ambanis. The Adanis who were declared once insolvent are today the 5th or 7th largest person in the world. Whose money have they looted? Country's development money. See, Mr. Putin today is suffering with cancer. It's not a rumor, it is not a lie. My God already told me, and I had also told in one of my interviews, that he will get cancer, and he's got cancer, and I wanted him to get cancer because he's another corrupt man. He has looted his nation. I feel sorry for the Russians. They are innocent people. People are innocent everywhere. It is the politicians who loot all their countries and then come as though they are born rich. No. You support all the oligarchs. That Putin supported all the oligarchs. And like that you are supporting this Adani and Ambani. Ambani has got cancer now. Mr. Mukesh Ambani has got cancer. It's not there now in the open. But I know my God has told me that Mr. Mukesh Ambani, with all his wealth, could he stop? It's not that I'm saying all those people who have got cancer are all bad. No. But these people like this Adani, Ambani and all that, could all your riches stop your ailments? No. The same with Putin. He's considered as one of the richest men in the world. But God didn't stop him from getting what he has to get. So the suffering need not come. The courts need not decide. Sometimes I feel going to the courts is a waste of time. Just pray in the God's court. God will answer our prayers. Many a time I don't like to go to the courts because in court we won't get justice. In the court we have to wait for years together, we have to bribe the judges, we have to pay the lawyers. Some lawyers are good, but most lawyers are greedy and selfish. Okay? So I always think, why waste our time going to the courts? If somebody has pulled me to the court, I go, but by myself I don't like going to a court. So it's best to pray in the God's court. God's court will answer. God's court has answered for Putin. God's court has answered for Mukesh Ambani. The same will happen to Adani also. They will not get away. They have to face their karma. Especially the people who loot the development money of the people, country's money. And you are helping them to do this. You are aiding them to loot. So Mr. Prime Minister, my humble appeal to you is, you said so much swatch, that you want to clean the system. But you are far away from cleaning the system. Because your own party is full of blacklisted people. And you are entertaining them. And you yourself are supporting the corporate crooks. The honest citizen in this country is still suffering. There is no forum for the honest citizen to go and appeal for any justice. Going to the courts is a waste of time. They will not see in their lifetime a judgment. So, Mr. Prime Minister, buck up. Time is less. We need to. Our country is a great country with a lot of resources. We are wasting it. Let us not ape others. We have a great history. We were great traders at one time in centuries away. We have got good businesses which can be developed. Unfortunately, we don't get the support. You are talking about semiconductors today. I spoke to you about it in 2011 when I met you. But there was no response. So don't shed crocodile tears. Semiconductors, if you decided, you could have started even in 2014 when you came to power, 8 years back. You are 8 years far away. A small country like Taiwan is the pioneer in this semiconductors field. But we, a big country with all the natural resources, are not able to do. Because we, the honest citizens who want to develop, do not get the timely aid from the government or the banks. If this continues, our economy will crash very soon. It's not far away. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.